it's going to be a lot of pressure on Lamar this season. Because, like, not only has he been waiting on this deal for, like, a very long time, but he's been waiting on receivers for a very long time. And I just feel like he has everything he needs at this point. And the entire league is going to be looking at Baltimore and Lamar. And at this point, you know what? At first, the whole league was looking at Baltimore and Lamar. Now it's just going to be on Lamar. We want to see what Lamar, Todd Monken can do, and John Harbaugh. I don't never say his name right, but Harbaugh. We're going to be looking at them. That's what we're going to be looking at. Because it's like, you got the best deal a quarterback has ever gotten in the league when it comes to, the fully guaranteed portion of his deal. And, I believe it was $260 million. They just gave him a little bit more than Jalen Hurts, and a little bit more guaranteed than Jalen Hurts at the same time. And annually, you know what I'm saying? You can be making a nice little amount. I think it was like 51 or 52 when I looked at it last time. But when I think about it, it's just like, that's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course you can do it, but he just didn't play the last 2 seasons, and I understand he was injured, but I'm just like, wow, like now you really, no matter what, you got to make sure I don't know. He got a lot to think about, because not only does he have Odell Beckham, he now has Zay Flowers. So he has nothing to complain about. And not only did he have them two as an addition to the team, but he recently had Rashad Bateman, who just came last year. No, it wasn't last year. My bad. I believe it was the year before that. So this would be his 3rd year. And it's just like, you got Rashad Bateman, Odell Beckham, Zay Flowers, Devin Duvernay, and then, you got Nelson Aguilar. And it's just like, wow, like you got a lot to, you have no excuses. And not only do he have them top wide receivers, he got 2 wide receivers in their prime right now, trying to prove themselves. You got 1 star on the team. And you know what? He's in a great position. Odell Beckham is in a great position because he don't have to be the main receiver. He can come in and do exactly what he did at the Rams when he was with the Rams. He can do the exact same thing and be that I don't know how to say it, but I would say like a 2-3. He wouldn't be the main, but what they paying him, it seemed like he's going to be the main, but he wouldn't be the main. But I feel like he'll be like that 2nd wide receiver, kind of pushing the 3rd wide receiver. But yeah, like, he has Mark Andrews, and he got Isaiah Likely. And Isaiah Likely is like that. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lamar has no excuses. And I believe they just picked up a guard. I may be mistaken, but picked up a guard, you know what I'm saying? And if they need to run the ball, they have J.K. Dobbins. And I'm just like, and you got Gus Edwards. And it's just like, when you really when you really think about it, it's just like you have no excuses whatsoever. So all the pressure is just on Lamar. Can he get these people the ball? And then on top of that, can Todd Monken make it so Lamar is doing majority passing? You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have to worry about running. You know what I'm saying? So much. So we probably won't see Lamar get 1,000 yards this season rushing. He probably might get maybe 500. I give him 500. I see Lamar doing 500 this season. I'm not sure what Todd Monken is going to do, but I think 500 is decent. 500 is decent. I see. What else? Who else is? 500 is decent, and I see Lamar getting. I see him getting 3,500 yards. That's what I'm seeing right there. But if he can get them to the playoffs again, that would be great. But with the people the weapons, let me call them what they are, the weapons that he's getting to the team, I feel like he's really gonna have to. What people want to see is they want to see him get to the Super Bowl. That's what they want to see. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're gonna be expecting, honestly. And we're gonna want first. We want Lamar to make it to the playoffs. We want him to play more games. We want him to play all his games. We want him to play all his games, make it to the playoffs, and make it to the Super Bowl. That's what we want from Lamar. People not saying it, but that's what people thinking. He just got a huge deal, and you know what I'm saying? Like, man, he just got to prove himself. He got everything he need now. He has no more excuses. Last season, it wasn't just him, but you know, a lot of people were saying it. He don't have the targets, and he don't have people that is willing to catch the ball. And one of his receivers was injured last year that he really needed, and that was Rashard Bateman. And that would have played a big role in last year's season if he was able to have him throughout the entire season. But so I see Lamar making it to the playoffs again. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but if I took a guess, I would say he would probably make it to the AFC Championship. I see him making it there, and I don't know if he's winning, but I don't see why not, because it's gonna be very difficult to catch up to him, because you got a lot of targets, and you got a lot of people he got a lot of speed. That's what I can say, because in my opinion, all those wide receivers I named are fast, and I feel like it's gonna be a great season, because if you look at what the Baltimore Ravens are doing to the defense. Sheesh. I think they just picked up like 2 linebackers. And you can see they already got Raekwon Smith. So they're not trying to play any games. They trying to make it seem as though it's all on Lamar. Like, the defense is stacked out. You still got Marlon Humphreys. And man, like, sheesh. Like, they really trying to do it this year. Like, so they going all out this year. And then I also seen a rumor that they might be getting DeAndre Hopkins, but that was a while back, and it was just like, now it seems very unlikely, because it's just like, okay, we already got Odell Beckham, now we got Zay Flowers, had Devin Duvernay, then you also had you just got Nelson Aguilar. And who else is it? What's his name? Rashard Bateman. It's not enough. It's not enough balls to go around. That's all I'm saying. I'm just no homo, but it's just not. It's not. Like, you know how these players are, especially star players. You telling me you got Odell Beckham, and then you got DeAndre Hopkins, and then you got Zay Flowers, and you just gave Odell Beckham $15 million for 1 year. So I don't see where they're gonna get the money from unless they cutting people. It seems like they may be cutting Patrick McQueen. I don't even know. It's Patrick Queen. I think it's Patrick Queen. But yeah, they might be cutting him. I don't get nobody's name right. But yeah, they might be cutting him, and I'm just like, wow, like, sheesh, like, I don't see them getting DeAndre Hopkins. I think that's out of the picture at this point. It's going to be, you telling me y'all going to have a roster full of wide receivers, like a huge roster full of wide receivers. I don't see that working. But it would be great if they did. And, when, you get to the end of the season and some of those players are injured, you got a lot to choose from. So, that would be something to think about. That'd be great. But I kind of see DeAndre Hopkins going to the Chiefs, honestly. And also, who else? I just seen a notification that said, what's his name? AB, Antonio Brown. He was trolling, obviously, but he might want to go to the Ravens. He was basically saying that he want to be back in the league. I don't know. That's not a bad, addition to the team, but I don't know. It all depends on how much money he wants. And plus, he's a free agent. So, I don't know. Him over DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is not a free agent yet. So, you're going to spend more. And you're going to have to give up some picks. Because they still haven't released him. So, the Cardinals still haven't released DeAndre Hopkins. So, I would rather get Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown been out of the league for a year. So, it's like, I believe it's a year or two. And it's like, you won't have to give up draft picks for Antonio Brown. So, why not? And if he want what? I'm sure he wouldn't want much. He's been out of the league, so it really hasn't proved itself since then. And then he also got to account for his antics, you know what I'm saying? So you got to account for that, and that makes you get a huge pay cut. But probably if they offer him probably like $5 million, I think $5 million. I could do $5 million for a year. That's cool. But we'll see. I don't see anybody else being added to the Baltimore Ravens offense when it comes to the wide receivers. But because to me, they already have enough people.